Please read the,
I can. Well, we switch it up a little bit. So tonight is the meeting of the town board of the town of Marlborough. And we're doing a Zoom meeting because of the coronavirus. And it's November 23rd, 2020, 7 p.m. Take it away, Supervisor.
thank you, Danielle. I'd like to start the meeting off with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Got the flag, there you go. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic
And to the
for which it
republic
stands,
one
nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty and
and
justice.
justice for all.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Connor Gillis is just joining us, and
Alan's here.
And
Alan.
there's Alan. I made it. I had a work call, guys.
So right now,
All right,
we're at the point where a moment of silence, please, for all our brave men and women fighting all over the world for democracy and freedom, and especially for our first responders during this epidemic of COVID-19. We thank you all. We appreciate you. So the motion to approve the agenda, gentlemen.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None said. Motion carried. Motion to approve minutes for the November 9th, 2020 town board meeting.
Motion.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None being said. Thank you, gentlemen. Authorized payment of the bills, $118,796.98. I need a motion to pay the bills, gentlemen.
I'll make that
Motion to
motion.
pay the bills.
Pay the bills. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Our first one presentation is Emerson. Hi, Emerson. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, do we have her? Do you have your what you're going to do at the town park?
Yeah,
At dog park?
yeah,
Would you like to show us your presentation, please?
yeah. Let me just share my screen. Oh,
Well, hang on a second. Let me do that for you. I'll let you allow you to do that.
Councilman Baker will do that.
Can you do it now?
yeah, I can.
Okay.
All yours.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let me go to the beginning. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Mhm.
So, doggone fun. Oops, went too far. Okay. Who am I? Hi, I'm Emerson, and I'm in Troop 60174. It's a local troop, Girl Scout troop in Marlborough. I've lived in Marlborough my whole life, and I'm currently in 9th grade at Marlborough High School. I consider myself to be intelligent and hardworking, and I'm excited to help the small dog park at the Milton Landing Dog Park. So what I plan to do is, for my project, I would like to add some pieces of agility equipment, 2 pieces of agility equipment to the dog park. I would like to add a ramp that goes up and down that the dogs would run on, and then some weave poles. So there'd be a bunch of poles, and then they can weave through them with the help of their owner. Why I wanted to do this? So with the equipment, there's more for the dogs to do, and it will bring more people to the park. So it'll have more attention, get the most use it can get. There will be healthier dogs. The dogs can get more fit when they exercise, and then they'll have fun while doing it. It helps build relationships when the dogs are working with their owners to go up and down the ramp and go through the poles. And then there's also something to do because obviously we're in a pandemic, so a lot is closed. So it's really fun to spend time with your dog. So this is the park right now. It's not too full of anything. There's not very much to see. It's very empty. And if you can see over there in the big dog park, there's just like the gazebo and some benches. So this is my inspiration for my equipment. We have the ramp, and then there's the 2 poles. I'll show you in the next slide what my ideas are. And then the weave poles and over here. So these are my ideas. So for the ramp, we have 2 4x4 wood posts. They're going to be 2 feet long, each of them. And then there's a beam in between that's 2x4 feet support, or inches, feet, hold on, for support. And there's a bracket that connects them. And then there's another bracket on top. See the bracket in the corner? It's like a point, and then the ramp will sit on top of it. And then we'll screw the ramp, or we'll use screws to screw the ramp into the bracket. And the wood is pressure treated ground contact wood, so it won't rot. And if you look on the bottom, there's the posts, and the ramp, it's the side view, so you can only see one post from the side because they're right next to each other. And then for the weave poles, there's gonna be, we're gonna use 3/4 inch rebar that's 5 feet long. And then we're gonna put 2 feet of it in the ground and 3 feet above the ground. And then use 1 inch PVC pipe. And we're gonna put it over top of the rebar and put a cap on it. And then we're gonna do 6 of those, and they're each gonna be 2 feet apart. So good news, you don't need to fund any of my projects because we'll be using any donations that I can receive and fundraisers that we've already done for the silver awards that my troop were doing. We did a Candygram fundraiser in the middle school last year that raised around $130, and a clothing drive last winter raised over $300. And then with your approval, we'd like to start building this weekend. And I'm pretty sure it should get done this weekend. And that's it. Thank you. Any questions?
No,
Are
Emmy.
the posts gonna be cemented in the ground, or they're just sitting in
No,
the ground?
no, they're gonna be like, my brother, he has a, yeah, no, for the ramp or for the weave poles?
Both,
Oh,
both.
the weave poles will be sunk in the ground, and then the ramp will just sit on top of the ground. And it's really heavy, so it won't need to be
Yeah.
put in. And also, if you need to
Yep.
move the ramp, it can be picked up, but it's also really heavy.
So could you take your presentation off the screen first?
Yeah,
And then we could see you better and we could ask you the questions.
hold on.
There you go. And one more.
How do I stop sharing? Oh, wait. Okay. Did it stop?
Oh,
Yeah,
See if I can kick you off, maybe. There you
there you go.
there you go.
Okay.
One
So,
thing, Emmy,
Go ahead.
one thing, Elizabeth says hi, by the way, or Lizzie. One thing, when you do those, the weed poles, what I would suggest is marking them out first and then doing, like, make sure you can pound the rebar because that's filled with a lot of rock. So when we put the fence up, a Boy Scout or an Eagle Scout project, I went down to help, and we found a lot of rocks where we were going to put the fence poles in. So just take like one and just like mark on the ground and then just see if you can get a full line out of it. 'Cause
Okay.
there's going to be a lot of rock, but I mean, you'll get around it eventually. But if you get 3 in and you want to put 6, then you kind of would get jammed up.
It's a
Yeah.
great suggestion. I know they didn't have too much problems. I thought they were gonna have a lot of problems when they put the water in there, but it seemed to work out well. So maybe you'll luck out, you know.
Yeah, well, the rock actually drains the water. That's why it drains right out.
Mhm.
Any other questions? So, so she's good to go this weekend?
Yeah,
go. Good to me.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's a great project.
Yeah.
Good job.
You
Thank
know,
you.
with your project and with the large project, the other Girl Scout that's doing it, I forget her name right now.
Yeah.
Going to be a great project. And then the water fountain with Emily. So we'll have like the best dog park around. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a nice one, that's for sure. And the people from Highland donated the lights, right? Did they put those in?
They
Yeah,
did. They
they
did.
did, yeah. I haven't been down there at night.
Yeah, I've been down there a couple of times. It's well, used. I mean, there's always somebody down there when I go down there. So
Yeah.
just to add something to the dog park. Appreciate it, and thank you for all your efforts. We really appreciate all the work that you and your fellow Girl Scouts do. And thank you very much for doing the presentation. It was very good.
Thank you for having me.
Can
Not a
I ask
problem.
can I ask
Thank
where it
you.
is? Because we're new here.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah,
It's on Sands
it's on
Avenue.
Sands Avenue, yeah.
Yeah.
You know the Hamlet of Milton? Have you been down into the Hamlet of Milton?
We just got here a few days ago, so we.
Okay, well, you know where the Stewart shop is? You know where the Stewart's is on 9W?
9W,
Gas
yeah.
station. All right, so you're gonna go take either a right or a left and head towards the river. So you know which side the river's on. So if you're going north, it'd be on your right, south would be on your left. Go down that, when you get to the bottom of that road at the stop sign, that's Main Street. Kind of cross over, go down Brewster Street, and you come down to Dock Road, veer right on Dock Road and just follow, and then take your next left, go up a hill, and then you'll kind of be on Sands Avenue, take a right, and it's right there.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
Thank you.
there's actually an easier way, probably, right? If you go Main Street,
Main Street to
Third
Sands.
Street to Sands Avenue, and you'll be right there. You'll see the sign dog park.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Exciting.
And you could always call the clerk's office and find out where it is.
Thank you.
It's pretty simple to find. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Just as a point of information, Richard, yeah, there used to be a Kurtz family that lived in the Hamlet of Milton. I don't think they do anymore, but probably no relation either, but just-
Probably not, no. Thank you.
You're welcome. So thank you very much for that presentation. And so as far as presentations go, right now, I'd like to hand it over to Councilman Baker for the police reform. I didn't see Stephanie, right?
Stephanie is not on
She said
yet.
she.
No, she's not on yet. So for those of you who are not aware, every community in the state of New York is busy doing a review of their police procedures and policies as edicted by Governor Cuomo. And so we, in the town of Marlborough, formed a committee of about 8 people, some of whom are on the call tonight. Myself, Councilman Malinelli, Sergeant Pascal. The chief is not able to be here tonight. He's on it. The Public Defender's Office, Stephanie Kaplan is on it. Someone from the DA's office is on it. And 2 other, Vincent Porcelli from the Catholic Church is on it. And then 2 other people from the general public, Jeff Magliato and Barbara Arindel. And we've been meeting since September to get our hands around, first of all, understand what our existing policies and procedures are, do some data gathering from arrest records from our own local police, the state police, and the sheriff's office in this area. And part of it is also to gather public input, and that's the purpose of one of the things we want to do tonight is sort of open it up to a public forum. We've invited input via emails, and we've gotten about 10 to 12 emails back with people telling us about what their concerns might be or what most people are very pleased with our police department. So anyway, this is another avenue for us to gather input. So after this, and here comes Stephanie Kaplan right now. After we get this feedback, then I think we have to start going through it and putting together our recommendations based on the feedback we've gotten and the data we've collected on our review of our own policies and procedures and some guidelines we've gotten from New York State, such that by April 1st, we've gotten an approved set of plans and recommendations that have been approved by our town board and sent up to Governor Cuomo's office. And that all has to happen by April 1st. So we are in late November, and we're really gonna have to start rolling up our sleeves very soon to really put pen to paper and come up with some real recommendations. We have a lot in our heads, and we've done a lot of discussion with the committee. We've had at least, I think, 4 Zoom meetings over the past 2 months. And so I think we're well on our way, but we still have a lot of work ahead of us. So
Howard, you might mention that also we put an ad in the Record and the Poughkeepsie Journal and our local paper to ask people if they had any problem, or, just to email us their concerns.
yes, we've had lots of avenues for asking for feedback also. I mean, local papers, robocall from the school district, so flyers around town. So, and we're not going to stop taking input after tonight. I mean, if you see people that, or speak to people that want to give us their feedback and have concerns or whatever they want to talk to us about, we're certainly going to be open to that. And one of the things recommendations we're going to have is making it easier for people to give us suggestions and so forth through our website. We haven't put that in place yet, but that's something we want to do. So without further ado, I think if there are folks on the call that might want to, at this point, give us their feedback, if they have some concerns about our police force, please let us know now. I can tell you that if you look at our police force, we don't have the issues a lot of big cities have in this country that has prompted this exercise. We, in talking to the chief of police in the last 25 years, we have never had deadly use of force in this town. We have never fired upon anybody. We rarely do tasers. We rarely do pepper spray. We do no-knock searches very rarely. We don't do chokeholds. We don't do anything like that. So a lot of the issues that we hear about nationally don't exist in this town, thank goodness. So anyway, go ahead, and if folks want to speak or give their recommendations or comments, please do so now.
Howard, I have a question. You talked about you went through and looked at police records. From a matter of transparency, is that something that's been shared through previous meetings as far as demographics and the different criteria for the police activity? I'm just wondering what the foundation is.
Well, we haven't shared it outside of the committee yet. I think we certainly could at some point. I don't think we've done a full analysis of that data yet. It does show that if you look at the report in terms of the general population, and there is a higher percentage of people of color that are, pulled over for highway incidents and that sort of thing. So it's not out of line with any other community in this area. So that is something that we still need to probably further assess. But certainly is something, I don't think it's private information. We could make it public if that would be, that's something that I'd have to go back to the committee and get their recommendation on and so forth. But
yeah, that would be an ask that I would have as far as I think it would be fair to the community to take a look. So then we can make recommendations or not, depending upon the data.
Right.
Hey, Dave, that was the reason that we went to the Poughkeepsie Journal and also to the Times-Herald Record, because we noticed a lot of our traffic stops on 9W are not people that live in Marlborough, they're people that live in Poughkeepsie and Newburgh. And then we would like to see how they're treated. I think that's right. I would like to see if they have any problems. And that's the reason that we did that in those 2 papers. We didn't just do it in the local paper.
But we do have data, like I said, our own data, the sheriff's office and the state police records. Stephanie, is there anything you'd want to say on that? This is
No,
Stephanie Kaplan, who is our public defender for the Ulster County, one of the public defenders for the county of Ulster.
I just wanted to let everyone know that one of the reasons I wanted to be here tonight was to introduce myself And I am at the Ulster County Public Defender's Office. And then if anyone has any questions or something they want to discuss and they're uncomfortable initially talking directly with the police, you can always contact me at the Public Defender's Office. But again, as an overall, I've been very happy and relieved to see, number one, the openness of the police and the other people from Marlborough who are on this committee in being very open and accepting of the idea of looking into what's going on, having a self-review, and being open to reforms. So that's actually made me very optimistic about this. And also the majority of input that we've had has been very positive about the Marlborough Police Department. But as Howard said, a lot of people who are stopped, in particular, it's car stops, and in particular, not from Marlborough. And there is this lack of balance when you look at who's being arrested, people of color being arrested, as compared to the population of Marlborough. And so we're really looking into that from all angles. And again, if anybody wants to contact me, I'm available. That's
So
it, Howard. Back to you.
David or Kathy, did you have anything else you'd like to recommend or comment about?
No, I mean, without seeing data or, this is our first meeting.
Yeah.
So we're pretty naive as far as the information that's been shared, prior to this evening.
Right. I mean, one of the things that we've done, this is our rules and regulations for the police force. It's 300+ pages long. I don't think most people know that we have something like this. And first thing I did was I went through sections 2 and 3 of this document and put together a set of questions that dealt with things like use of force and training and so forth. That's really the crux of what we're trying to address here. And the biggest part, of course, is training. And we do training. Maybe we need to do some different training or better training. That's something that I'm sure is going to come out of this committee's recommendation. But we have a lot of rules and procedures already in place in terms of use of force. And one of the things that, there's training. The other big thing is use of body cameras. And most everyone agrees that that's a good idea, but those things are very expensive. So certainly a recommendation and something that Stephanie's been helping us with, trying to get the intention of New York State is, you want us to use body cameras, you're going to have to help us pay for them because it's very expensive to implement that. Not just the devices themselves, but the actual storage of that data and so forth.
So Howard, we could send Dave all the updates of all the meetings that we've had so far, just to get him on board of how far we've gotten with the committee.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be great to see that. I mean, as well, Al and Ed and folks know, I mean, Kathy and I, we've lived here, been here for 28 years, so, been involved in the community, I think pretty significantly, while we're raising our children, and been big supporters of, police. I mean, I was a law enforcement through corrections for 8 years and so on and so forth. So, the standard operating procedures and training are very important. Where some of the police officers that are on the force went to school with David and Danny at elementary school and middle school. So it's great to be part of the community and see whether or not changes need to be made at any point. But as I mentioned before, without having a look at what the data is, we're naive.
Would you like to be a member of the committee?
Let us take a look at the data so Kathy and I can discuss it, and then we'll definitely consider it.
Okay. It's just another Zoom meeting, and I'm sure you love Zoom meetings. It's just another Zoom meeting every 2 weeks. So.
Well, I had 6 today, so.
God forbid.
And the sergeant's here, so if anybody has any questions for Sergeant Pascal, he'd be open to any questions if you have any. So, or he could get back to work, that'd be great.
And also, the door's always open if anybody had any questions, even afterwards. If people don't feel comfortable in this forum, could always call afterwards as well. We're always here.
Thank you, Jeff. And
It's always been very open. As a matter of fact, we donated a 5-gallon pail of hand sanitizer when the COVID first started to the police department to make sure you guys,
Much appreciated. Thank you.
and all, it's very important. Yeah.
and while you're here, so I want to thank you both for your sons, what they do, their service. It's very appreciated, and we really thank you guys for that, and extend that to both of your sons. We appreciate them for all their service.
Thanks, Al. Appreciate that.
Does anybody else want to say anything to the Kurtz family who just moved here to Marlborough? I mean, this is not as I said, every community in the state of New York is going through this. And I think we're maybe ahead of the curve a little bit here in Marlborough. I'd like to think that, but we still have a lot of work to do. It's not that they singled out Marlborough. Every community is doing this. Right,
Welcome
Stephanie?
aboard.
Welcome
Yes.
to Kurtz.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask you where you up on Mount Zion?
Yes.
Did you buy Elsie Nicola McKay's house?
We certainly
Yes.
did.
Oh, you lucky folks. Wow.
Kathy's good friends with us. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
You'll
I
see-
live on the
Sitting in her
adjacent.
kitchen right now.
There you go. Well, welcome to Marlborough.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah, welcome to Marlborough.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So with that said, if there's no more questions on the police reform, we could go. I have no comments on the agenda. We have any comments on the agenda? So we'll move to new business, and A is celebrations, and myself and Councilman Corcoran were talking about, and throwing around something that we could do, but during the COVID-19 and especially with the uptick, I don't think we'll have a Christmas party this year. I know the police department canceled theirs. There's really nothing we can do, really. I mean, we love these guys to death, all the guys that are at the office and the highway department, you just did a great job. All the essential workers like the building department, Thomas Corcoran. We're working on something maybe to give you a little bump in. But right now, as you know, with the COVID-19 and the budget and the hit we took on our revenue, we're struggling like just everybody else. But thanks to Scott, myself, and Kathy Wilco, we managed to come up with below the cap for the taxes coming in January. So that being said, how Scott, you have anything else to add, or?
No, I mean, you kind of said it. We were kicking around what we can't do, and obviously we can't have gatherings. So it's just the times we're in right now. I mean, the only thing we talked about, guys, and maybe we'll send out a group chat or a meeting about this, is possibly getting gift cards for each employee. We just have to figure out funding, because we don't want to say just full-timers get it and not part-timers get it, because they all contribute to what makes the town run, right? So I think that's a follow-up meeting me and Al have to have with Chris to see from budgetary wise what we could do from that perspective. But I think that's about the only thing we can do is something like that, maybe like a dinner for two for them and their
We looked
significant.
at that, I think we came up with like $13 per.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
Budget it was
Not a lot of money.
yeah. So usually we have it at the Falcon. Everybody comes with their spouses. We have a good time. COVID's really put a damper on a lot of things. So I don't think I think people really understand what's going on, especially not to spread the virus. So we'll look at it a little bit longer. But like I said, with our revenues down, especially with the court being down for quite a few months, that was our biggest revenue drop. So, but we'll look at it. We'll keep on looking. So, but right now, I think that most everything that we usually do, like the celebration at the Falcon and stuff like that, it's going to be canceled. And I just want to remind everybody that we will continue. We'll do a blue light ceremony on December the 10th at 6 o'clock in front of the police station. So that'll be outside. And this is something that we've been doing for the last 10 years or 15 years or whatever, how long, since 2006. So this is a great time to support, your police officers, and especially in the town of Marlborough. We offer this, the chief sends this out to all local police departments to come. Usually it's just the people from Marlborough and Milton that come in, and Kurt Fulton does a great job of announcing people that, especially people in blue that have lost their lives in the line of duty. And it's just a great ceremony. And like I said, we've done this for a while. So it's a time for people to come out and actually show their support to our local police department, and they really appreciate it. So that's December the 10th at 6 o'clock in front of the police station, and please wear your mask.
Al, as we're talking about the police department, can we just bring up the Toys for Tot drive? Just
Yeah, I was going to do that in my
okay. And your correspondence?
Yeah, in my correspondence.
Okay.
I was going to read it. Thank you, Scott.
That'd be good. Thanks.
So the next thing is C is the flagpole repairs. We discussed that. It's around $6,500. It needs help. They'll paint it. Actually, they'll climb on it, paint it, and put a new pulley system for a flag. And they'll replace the base, which Howie mentioned before. I just gave them the dimensions for that base. And what they'll do is when they climb up, instead of having a split base, they'll climb up and put it from the top down, so it'll be one piece. So that'd be great. So there's a resolution how to pay for that, taking it from the concert $4,000 that we didn't have because of COVID. And we did do the porta potty, Karen, so everybody loves it. Thank you for your suggestion.
Karen, you're muted. I don't know if you want to unmute Karen.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry. Yeah, no, thank you so much. It's very difficult up there with small children and old people, myself, when there's no bathroom. I was just, our parks are in better condition than they've ever been. And really, it's a tribute to all you guys and to Tom. But I just wanted to everybody be mindful this year, more than ever, they're going to be very important to people that need to and want to get out and do something. And I know in general, we don't normally plow and do those kind of things. And I'm sure it's not in the budget to keep the roads plowed or any of that. But on occasion, if it does work out, if somebody could go up there once in a while and just, keep it a little bit usable, more usable than it generally is, just especially for this year, that would be phenomenal. And then I love the porta pot up there. It's great. But did somebody take the one out from down by the river? Because that was there for years, and there was two, and I just don't see them.
There's one still there and one is missing, but one is not. I think there's always been one there, Alan, right?
No, it was seasonal.
Seasonal.
They took that one away?
Seasonal. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would usually have it installed around April, and then we would pull it around this time of the year.
Right by
Right by the packaging plant.
Yeah, by the sewer plant. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go for the one by the park. Like I said.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
And
I'll talk to John. I think we usually plow out.
We started doing that a couple of years ago, Karen. So they do plow now.
Awesome.
He was like skeptical this year because he just put down that nice new.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. If what it'll do to the millings.
The millings might get all ripped up if he does it. So that's why he was a little nervous this year, Al. So
they put down the calcium, so it's pretty hard. I think it's gotten hotter, but it would need an experienced guy to plow there. So I'm thinking John probably do it himself. But you see, Karen, government does work.
I know it does. You guys are.
Yeah, you wanted a potty. Porta potty, you got a porta potty.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. It's wonderful. And the park looks
he
great.
was on that the next day, Karen, as soon as he saw that on the Facebook page.
I was thinking maybe there was one up there and I just didn't see it because I went there and there it was. So
You have a lot of power, Karen, a lot of power.
Porta potty. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
are, and thank you, Karen. Appreciate the input.
There.
Hi, Karen.
The workshop topic, the short-term rentals, I'm happy to announce that myself and Tom met with Vanderwater and Vanderwater, Jerry Kamatis, and that went very well. And so hopefully at the next meeting, we'll have a resolution to adopt or introduce the new law. And before that, send it to you guys to make sure you're all good with it. So I'm very pleased with that. That was a collaboration between the entire board. We started off slow, but I think we got a good piece of legislation, and thanks to Tom Parkman for doing a lot of hard work on that project. So we'll move forward on that. And I know Tom's not here, but I did write down on the COVID-19 that Tom usually does for the Ulster County. So total confirmed cases were 3,016, active cases were 523, fatalities was 99. This is all according to the dashboard, today's dashboard. Anybody could do that. You go to Ulster County COVID-19 dashboard, and it'll show you all the statistics. And recovery was 2,394. Orange County had 15,872. Dutchess County had 6,634. Sullivan County had 2,078. Ulster County, Marlborough, active 28, it's up. Confirmed 212. Recovered 181. And unfortunately, we had 3 fatalities. Highland, Lloyd had 33 active. 229 confirmed, recovered 181. They had 15 fatalities. Plattekill is 49 now, confirmed 242, recovered 186. Unfortunately, they have 7 fatalities. Total tested is 145,125. Negative is 142,108. So total positive is 2016. So it's on the move. We all expected it. Myself and Alan and the board always thought that the second wave would come. It's just a matter of time. So it is here. So I just caution everybody to wear your mask to protect your loved one and protect yourself. Seems that's the right thing to do. If anybody else wants to say anything about COVID-19.
Well, Al, I just heard that Newburgh, New Windsor, town of Newburgh, New Windsor, and city of Newburgh are very close to going red. They're yellow now, but the uptick down there is really, really bad, and they're right next to us. So
yeah,
just to tell you, it's the town of Newburgh too, not just the city, and New Windsor.
Orange County is in bad shape too. Yeah, and that's Newburgh, right? So you're
Right.
yeah. So that being said, I know that Sergeant Pascal did have COVID-19, and thank God he's got well, because he's a young and fit man. But people like me are old, 75, I got to watch myself. And everybody does, because it's hitting young and old now. So, it's terrible virus. So just be careful out there. And so correspondence, as Scott says, I like to read you correspondence. So, okay. So this is the Town of Marlborough Police Department will be holding their annual holiday toy drive from November the 20th to 2020 through December 18, 2020. All the toys collected go to local children, age infant to 16 years old. Applications for enrollment can be obtained at the Town of Marlborough Police Department. That's 21 Milton Turnpike, Milton, New York. Please call the station upon arrival, and an application will be brought out to you to adhere to current precaution. That's COVID-19. We ask that if you know a family having hard time providing gifts for their children for the holidays, please let us know. Write to us and tell us what circumstances have impacted the family and why they need some help this year. You can let us know about neighbors, family members, or co-workers. The children must live in Marlborough School District to be eligible. Letters can be assigned or anonymous. Please include how to contact the family. We want to be sure that the family in our community have a happy holiday. Letters can be mailed to the Town of Marlborough Police Department, 21 Milton Turnpike, P.O. Box 305, Milton, New York, 12547. Attention, Head Dispatcher Van Amberg. Toys can be dropped off outside main entrance of the Marlborough Police Department 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. New unwrapped toys and wrapping paper are being accepted. If you wish to make a monetary donation, check can be made out to Marlborough Town PBA. Any questions, call 845-795-2181. You know, our family participates in this every year. It's just a way of giving to those that are not as fortunate and blessed as us. So it's a press release, so it's great. We do this every year, and thank you, Justin and Jennifer, for doing this. I know it's a lot of work. These guys wrap everything up and stuff like that.
It's our pleasure, and just with COVID and everything happening this year, there's a lot more families in need. So, every little bit counts. So anybody that could donate, it doesn't matter what it is, just something.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate these guys doing this.
Thank you.
And I think Danielle, we did discuss it. This is aired. The Zoom meeting is aired on Wednesday through channel 23 at 7 o'clock, I think.
You're muted. You're muted, Danielle.
As far as I know, it is.
Yeah.
I've never watched it because I don't.
I watched it a couple of times. Actually, it's pretty good.
TV.
Yeah.
But yes, channel 23 at I think 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Let me just see what it says on here. It should be. I haven't heard that it isn't.
Yeah. Actually, it does. It shows just the way we are now. So it's very good. I like it it's very informative. So that's hopefully they'll get the message in about the toy drive. And actually, I thought I was really popular. I received 136 correspondence mail envelopes today. Danielle brought them to me.
You counted them?
Huh?
You counted them?
Yeah, there was
I guessed
136.
150.
So basically what they were was they're people all in favor for the dance camera project. So it's a boiler letter and they sign on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan all the letters and send them to the governor's office. So all those letters could be at least acknowledged by them. And the other thing I like to do is thank Steve Jennison and the Lions for a remarkable, great job. Myself and Scott Corcoran were there also handing out food for the seniors. I think they did 260 some.
260.
260 dinners, so that was great. And I put it on my website. If you look at the comments, if you hit comments, I gave the address where you could actually send a thank you to the Lions for all their hard work. It went very smoothly, and people drove up, and we handed them food, and people delivered food like Scott to Jenny Gardens and Milton Harvest. So it was all great, good stuff.
Scott, you say hi to all my friends from the last time.
Yeah, they said, where's Ed? Where's Ed? They kept saying, where's Ed?
So basically, that's all I have for course.
I ended up knowing most of my name.
And I guess the next thing on the agenda is any public comments. Does anybody have any public comments on the agenda or in general at all? Okay. And talking about the flagpole, we have a resolution in front of us, gentlemen. Resolution 76, transfer of funds. And the resolution reads, Supervisor Lanzetta proposes the following, whereas the town board needs to approve the transfer of funds, be it resolved that the following be transferred. Transfer $4,000 from the band concert line, item 7270.400A, to celebration line, item 7550.400A, to cover the cost of the flagpole repair and moves for its adoption.
Councilman Corcoran,
Yes.
Councilman Molinelli,
Yes.
Councilman Koenig,
Yes.
Councilman Baker,
Yes.
Supervisor Lanzetta.
Yes, thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
And before we have any comments from Councilman Koenig, I'd like to wish everybody a blessed Thanksgiving. Be safe out there. You and your families be safe. Town of Marlborough. Our family is actually going to meet outside for dessert after everybody has their turkey and stuff like that, just to be on the safe side. I just want to wish everybody a blessed Thanksgiving. Be safe. Wear your mask. Do the social distancing to protect each other. And thank you and welcome to Marlborough, Richard, and your family. And anything, Danielle and Colleen are the clerk. If you need anything, they're the people to actually call, and then they'll get a hold of me if I could assist.
Yep, they have my number. I emailed it to them, so they're,
Great,
you can call us anytime.
great. Anybody else would like to say anything? Alan?
Yeah, maybe I'll bring one. I'll keep it quick. I want to bring up something important, but before that, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and
Thank you, Al.
everyone stay safe. And, so everybody, let's hope we can get 2020 behind us soon enough. So, and another important thing I'm going to bring up is, I wonder if I can get a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion.
All in favor? Aye. All right,
Aye.
thank you very much, people. Thank you. Thank you,
All right.
David. Nice
Thanksgiving,
meeting
Good night,
you.
everybody.
Good night.
Have a great holiday, everybody. Stay safe and well. Enjoy.
Thanksgiving. Be well.
Good night.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Take care.